What is up, YouTube? And today I'm going to be discussing what the best AR in Fortnite's history is. Let's break it down by grabbing about 5 of them off the wall really quick. So, first of all, I'm going to grab the MK7, iconic, from Chapter 3, Season 1, I believe. Next, I'm going to grab the Scar, obviously. You know, it's the Scar. I mean, everybody knows it should be here. In my opinion, the Hammer, very solid weapon. This is Chapter 3, Season 3, I believe, if not 2. Um, Next on the list, honestly, like, it's kind of hard because of how many insane ARs are in this game. But I'm going to select... this isn't the original one, but you remember the original Striker AR? Just imagine that's what I'm holding here. And for the last one... do they have that combat? Yeah, this isn't the OG combat. Just imagine this is the OG combat since it's not an option here. So yeah, let's go break down the damage and why I picked each one of these. So first of all, this is a little bit of preference and just how good I know each one of these weapons are. So for the MK7 selection, it's because honestly it's the best scoped AR known to date. This mythic version in Chapter 3, Season 1, with the Spider-Man mythic in the game, was a crazy high damage acquirable weapon that you could get. It was really crazy, and I didn't actually play much that season, but I've used it in creative and I know it's crazy. So yeah, alright, let's go down the damage each of these produced. So the Scar does 36 damage. My bad, y'all, had to sneeze. Scar 36 damage, mag size 30, fire rate 5.5, reload time 2.25. MK7 does 22 damage, but in exchange has a higher fire rate of 9 compared to the 5.5, has a mag size of 35, a little bit larger, and reload time of 2.79, a little bit faster reload. Next, well actually I think that, I'm not sure how they gauge the reloads, like either faster or shorter, but next the Hammer Assault Rifle, 33 damage, I think it's actually shorter than MK7. 20 mag size. I think this one is, yeah, it's tied for the shortest mag size in the group, but I feel like the damage on it's crazy. Fire rate of 5.8, reload of 1.98. Next, just imagine this is the OG AUG with that dot scope on it. 35 damage. These stats aren't accurate to it, but you remember what I'm talking about, Chapter 3, and, well, actually Chapter 2 as well. The Combat Assault Rifle, 24 damage, 28 mag size, all those things. So let's go down each, and I'm going to go 5 to 1, which one is the best versus worst. Let's get into it. So, each one has their benefits, and I'll honestly hate to do it. In that 5th place spot for which one's the best, I'm going to do a damage test really quick and then get down to it. I'm going to start talking about which one I think is 5 here. So I think, honestly, that the 5th spot deserves to be the AUG, and only because it's the fully automatic option here, and I think for an AR, that's what kind of sets it apart. I mean, it was really good for that damage, but when you have ARs like the Hammer, the MK, and those like really precise ARs, having fast precision is better than slow precision. So let's go down the damage. One shot by each gun into the wall. So you see 36, 20, 33, 70 from the AUG because it shoots 2 shots. So most damage is obviously from the AUG. This gun was really popular in Chapter 3 for zero build specifically, in my opinion, because it was really good for zero build, you know, those long distance kills, because, you know, the blimp was in that season, and, you know, long range was usually how the fights are going down, so it was really good for the season, but I have to put it in the 5th place spot, because in builds gameplay, I would not look for an AUG to be my weapon, unless maybe I'm in like a tournament trying to get bleed damage for Storm, but I think an MK does that better. Next on the list, I'm gonna have to put the Combat Assault Rifle, because this one doesn't really show it as much, is notorious for the kick it has. I mean, if you don't have like a little bit of hours on the game, or enough experience to control this kick, it can be hazardous, you know, but if you have good control, it's really good, and I think the kick sort of does throw off the aim sometimes whenever I'm trying to shoot people out of the skies. So in comparison to the other 3 options available, it has to go into that 4th spot. It's still a very solid weapon, and if I found it legendary in a game, obviously I'd pick it up. Next, third place on the list, I'm gonna have to give it to the Scar. Yes, it is the most like remembered weapon, but nowadays when people have so many hours like what I do and other people do, where they can easily differentiate bloom and damage rates between guns, in my opinion the Scar's bloom is just too much, is way too inaccurate for the current meta of accurate ARs like the MK7 and the hammer assault rifle, which is why I have to rule it out of the list. This thing has also gotten nerfed over the years as far as its damage, so it's not nowhere near as crazy as it was back in the day when people were going crazy over it. So nowadays people like that precision, so that is why I'm ordering it out. So for the final, which is the best in my opinion, it's a hard list, honestly, and I know a bunch of you might go to the comments and say that Chapter 4 Season 2 AR, I don't remember the name of it, the Havoc assault rifle. Y'all might be like, that's good. It's not on the wall. It would be in this list, but it's not in this map. It'd be in the top 3, I think, instead of the Scar being there. But I think, honestly, the MK had a better peak and usage with the scope in comparison to the hammer, and it also beats it in mag size. And if you see the damage, 22 versus 33, I mean, with the fire rate you're getting out of this thing, it is very powerful, which is why I think I have to rule the hammer assault rifle as the number 2 spot, and I think the MK7 is the best AR of all time from the available options in this map. And yeah, those are my takes on the 5 ARs I selected. If you disagree with any of the 5 I ordered here, I would love to hear your feedback in the comments. I'll reply if I get the notification on my phone, or if I see it whenever I'm looking back to see if, like, how many views or watch hours I get from it. Appreciate you for watching the video to right now if you're still watching. If you would like to see more Fortnite content and stuff, hit that sub button. You should, like, either right now or just in a second see the sub button on the right side along with a suggested video. Make sure to click that if you want to see more content. I stream pretty decently often. I'll play with viewers and stuff, so make sure you have those notifications on and sub if you like to play with me in the stream. Like always, thank y'all for watching this video, and hopefully y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and appreciate y'all for watching. And like always, consider subscribing.